What's going on, guys? This is Will from Gamers Nation, and we're doing an episode. This is our 100th video, not episode, but 100th video. So we're gonna start things off with introducing everybody. So we're gonna start with Dirty with the blue hair. How you doing, Dirty?
What's going on, Gamers Nation? What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Dirty, back again.
Next we got Bawse. Bawse.
Infamous Boss Gamer, Gamers Nation 1, 2, 3, 4. What up?
In the building. We got Bawse. We got Dirty. Now we got Danny. Hey, Danny. Danny.
Me?
Yes, you. Hi. Hello.
Hi, everyone. I thought you said dirty.
I said Dirty, Bawse, and Danny. Uh-oh. This is going to go into bloopers when we get 1,000 subscribers. Next we have Games here. How you doing, Games? Games. Okay. Well, we have Lynn here. Lynn, there's two of you. Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay, hi, Lynn. How you doing?
I had to transition from the tablet to my computer, so I do apologize for you guys seeing two of me. It makes it just even more lovely.
You just had a
Hello, guys. What's going on? Gamers Nation, panel, YouTube, internet, the like. iPod 1 reviewer here.
iPod 1 reviewer here. I love it. I love it. And then we have Thuggy Plus. Thuggy Plus, how you doing?
What's up? I'm doing good.
Hey. And then Games, are you back? Games. Just checking up on you.
Oh,
Okay.
I heard the PS4.
Wait a minute. Who is playing that PS4?
Who is playing the PS4?
I have no idea.
Wait, what? Who's playing the PS4?
I have no idea who that is. Nah, that's me.
Limited edition.
Welcome, Dirty, to the next gen officially. We know that you were a Nintendo Wii person, but now you're officially in the NG.
Yes, sir.
Next gen.
Awesome.
So how you
Yeah.
liking it so far?
So far I'm in just the menu and everything looks crisp and clear. So I'm about to throw my favorite game in, and that's NBA 2K14.
Oh yes, we were talking about this last episode, how you were gonna get it when in October, in like just 3 weeks, the new one is coming out. So
Yep.
all right, and you're getting it day one. So that's
Yes,
cool.
sir.
That
Make
is
sure
cool.
you get Destiny.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Destiny. I'm definitely
Yeah!
I love it.
Be sure
Yes.
you pre-order it though, just in case if it gets to that sold out point, because it's the most pre-ordered game of like all time. So,
Oh my God, it's awesome.
so
It's an awesome game.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So, I had a question from somebody, a friend of mine, and he wanted us to talk about this subject in particular. And I'm not really sure how everybody is with this, and I'm pretty sure everybody has their own opinion on what it is. So I'm going to explain what it is and stuff. We're talking about swatting. Now, for those of you who don't know what swatting is, people who go on Twitch and broadcast stuff who are really, really popular, their viewers tend to just kind of like one of their viewers hacks their account or something and gets their phone number, their address, and everything, and then they call posing as that person, saying that they're a terrorist or saying that they're just saying bad things about them to the police, and then the police go and they SWAT. Then they like come into the house like a SWAT team and stuff, and like arrest people or like scare the people and stuff and point guns at them and stuff. And this has happened a few times. So I guess we're gonna ask everybody what they think about this swatting thing. So we're gonna start with Let me see. Lynn,
Yes.
how do you feel about this whole swatting thing? And does it kind of make you kind of scared to live stream?
No, it doesn't make me afraid to live stream because, um, you can't let people push you in a corner so you will feel, less likely to do the things that you enjoy doing. It's just one more way to show how evil and vindictive people can be. I mean, these people must have. I mean, it's like they have no lives. Why would you do something like this to somebody? I mean, I don't. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's something that people. It's just another means of people trying to hurt somebody else, and of course, again, hiding behind computers. Um, it's not fair. It's not right. For people to do these things. And this stuff needs to stop. I don't see how the FBI or whoever can't trace back to whoever made that phone call initially anyway, so they could get the people that are actually involved in doing these things, because it seems that since they're going after these other people, that they may not know who made the phone call to begin with. So considering you would think this is a federal offense, for them basically playing around with the police and things, that, there should be really hefty laws coming down on people so they can try and stop this, because it's really getting out of hand.
I don't know. We'll have to see. I think over time, though, during the travel, it's going to...
Okay, so who is going to be next with this one? Games. How do you feel about this whole swatting thing? You're a Twitch person, so does this thing scare you? Games. Okay. We'll move on to the next person. Denny, how do you feel about this story, live streaming and like on Twitch and stuff, and then it doesn't, and then one day the police come knocking on your door and you find out it was somebody that was on watching your Twitch doing that to you?
First of all, I think it's unfair, and it's not funny to do something like that. Yeah, it's just very unrespectful to that person, because you have like no idea what's going on. The police is standing right in front of your door, like you're a criminal, and you have to prove it that it's not true, and
Exactly.
you have to need the evidence. Kids, that's how you put innocent people in jail. That's not cool. And these people who are doing this, they seem to have no life, because they're spending time doing this to other people, to hurt other people, while they just stay behind a screen and doing nothing but
Laughing at it.
screwing with people.
Mm.
It's just very unfair.
Okay. All right. Games, are you back?
Yeah, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. So you had like problems with the...
Yeah, it was with the microphones, yeah.
So how do you feel about this whole entire swatting thing?
It's terrible. It is really terrible, because you have people that's actually going in different people's accounts and hacking their whole information, and then they're not only going on the making phone calls to the police saying, "Oh, I'm this, that, first," but they're actually saying things to invoke a SWAT team. And if you know anything about the SWAT team, they don't just come, they don't knock on your door and ask questions. They got guns drawn out from the start, from the get-go. So you don't know what can happen. Maybe somebody who thinks that their house is being burglarized, and they go to protect themselves, and then it's the SWAT team, they're trying to protect themselves. It's going to get crazy. It's going to escalate to where it's going to be casualties, fatal casualties. So the whole idea behind swatting is dirty. It's downright wrong. I'm not necessarily afraid to stop Twitch and stop doing what I'm doing because at the end of the day, it's going to get old. You know, it's going to get old because the only reason why I think that it's still empowering is because people keep throwing that term out, swatting. And if anything, all it is a trend, and then all it's going to be is somebody that's going to jump on that trend. But it's not going to last very long because I'm pretty sure they're going to start tracking down and finding out if where these calls is generating from, if it's not in a real official case. So hopefully it dies out.
They found a few. They
Good.
did find a few, and they did arrest them.
Good.
And they're like under like some very serious charges. So that's a good thing. Bawse, how do you feel about this swatting trend thing that's going on?
I mean, I think it's really stupid. You know what I mean? I think it's really dangerous. It's funny that we're talking about this topic because I did a video on my Bawse channel and talking about a 15-year-old who actually was doing this and was playing against somebody online. They were actually playing Battlefield 4 for PC. And the guy he was playing with, he was streaming his feed. So this kid that he was playing with, he was, getting the best of him. So he decided to, the kid that was getting his ass kicked, he decided to actually get his information and his IP address and call the police and tell them that, he killed like 4 or 5 people. And SWAT came and kicked in his door, shot his father, who, by the way, is in critical condition right now, and arrested him. And once they found out that the kid that they, did this to wasn't a culprit, they traced everything back to the 15-year-old, and he's actually facing 25 years to life. So it's not really a game to really play, you know what I mean? Especially if you're like a black man, we don't want to deal with the police anyway. So we ain't gonna be doing it more than most likely, you know what I mean? There's other kids that just, privilege and they have everything and they think everything's a joke and just want to take things for granted. And I think that, ever since George Bush, enacted the Patriot Act back in 2001, since we were attacked and the Twin Towers was destroyed, all our sovereignty and rights and privacy went out the window. And when you're dealing with law enforcement and they got to come to your house and do anything like this of your manner and kicking your door in, you got to be willing to accept the penalties. And this is a penalty that this kid's going to have to deal with and learn from.
Dirty, how do you feel about the whole swatting thing? I don't know. Have you heard of it?
Yes, I actually heard of it.
And what do you think about it?
I mean, I agree with what everybody said. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's just, certain people, they don't have lives. They don't have, anything else to do but to cause trouble, And just like Game said, when the SWAT come, their guns are drawn. So when they breach, they looking to kill because they don't know what's behind that door. So just like Bawse said that, they breached the house and the boy's father was, critical wounded. So you're actually, putting innocent people's lives in danger for, just doing something just stupid. Like I said, these people, these gamers, whoever it is, they just don't have lives. They bored or something. They need to get out the basement. Get out the basement, get out your mama's attic. You know what I'm saying? It's plenty of people out here to communicate with besides Twitch and PC.
Yeah.
But I mean, you have some sick individuals out here, and it's going to keep happening until somebody seriously or a whole family get murdered by the SWAT. Because when they come in, they coming in hard, and it ain't no sudden move and you getting lit up, and they throwing tear gas, frags, everything through windows when they come in. And it's a shame that that family had to go through that, and other families too that we haven't heard about yet.
Yeah, it's ridiculous because, it's bad. Thuggy, how do you feel about this whole swatting situation?
Well, everybody else pretty much, said something I was gonna say. It's crazy the saying that people do when they're bored, I guess. Get people hurt and stuff. You know, I don't really got much to say on that.
Oh,
It's
okay.
things
So.
stupid that kids are doing now these days.
And how would you feel if you were streaming one day and you got big on Twitch and then somebody just randomly did that to you?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Of
Like,
course, I'll be mad, but um, I don't know. I'm not really a person who really mostly, try to even stream games,
yeah. Oh,
because it's a whole variety of people that stream nowadays. You gotta get, some people to come in and watch your stuff, your content.
yeah. Yeah. So, I guess how I feel about this swatting situation is, first, this was brought to my attention. I did not know that this was happening. I was living in the dark, you know. So I had no idea what this was. And when I first saw, like, some videos that people posted online, because I had to research this to see what it was, and I looked at it, and I was terrified, man. I'm like, like, here I am playing a game, and like, I live in New Mexico, and when it comes to New Mexico, cops kill people here, no questions asked. It's like, I don't know if you guys heard about that homeless man that got killed. He was unarmed, and 3 police had guns on him with the dog and everything, and he got shot in the back. And then they shot him again when he was down on the ground, so like, and they had a video of that, and I'm like, oh my God, it's some scary stuff, especially with what SWAT teams doing, police getting bad raps. I'm scared of the damn police. I'm really scared of the police. And you shouldn't be scared of people that are meant to protect you.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And the thing is like, it's like the police really never really get a good rep. They don't. And and they do have a hard job and stuff like that, but it's like there's some crooked people out there. Whether they're cops, whether they're just little kids in the and I can't believe it's little kids in the basement or in their bedroom in their mansion house. Like, the SWAT is coming to your house and possibly could kill somebody, and that was your fault, the hacker's fault, whoever did it, and that is on your conscience forever. And just because you're behind a computer, the only time when that person would care is when the SWAT is in front of their house because they traced the call to them.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the parents don't know what you did, let's say that it was like a 15-year-old kid, like you guys mentioned. If it was somebody that they didn't know what they did, and the dad gets like really hostile and say, "What are you talking about?" I said, "We got a call from this house, a prank phone call and stuff." Like, can you imagine? Like, if you were a parent and you didn't know that your kid was like Twitch streaming or watching a stream and did something like this, and found out that that was your kid that did that. That is some scary stuff. I mean,
but you know what, Will? I wouldn't even have, like, if that was my son and they traced it back to him, I have no remorse for him. Really, I wouldn't have no remorse because you actually sent, a SWAT team to somebody's neighborhood, to somebody's house.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And somebody probably got hurt. So whatever my son gets in punishment, he deserve it.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Deserve it.
I agree.
40 years. 20 is too short.
Mm-hmm. Especially if somebody got killed over that, or got sent to prison innocently. Yes, my kid will deserve all the time that he gets, and it's crazy. And the thing is that I kind of really want to get off this subject because I don't want to give it more praise than what it's already currently getting. So we're gonna move on. All right. Well, Mortal Kombat 10 got a release date.
Finally.
April 14th, 2015, and if you do pre-order it now, you get Goro as a character. So, how does everybody feel about Mortal Kombat 10, and are you guys gonna get it? Like, Are you guys getting Mortal Kombat 10? So we're gonna start with Thuggy. Are you getting Mortal Kombat 10, or do you plan on getting it in the future, or is it a series that you're interested in?
Um, I don't think I'm gonna get it because I don't really like fighting games. I
Mm,
get bored of them like really fast. But
mm.
maybe if I find it for like a low cheap price, I'll pick it up just to play sometime with my cousin or brother whenever they drop by or whatever. But I'm not really too interested in the game like that.
Okay. So all right. So you're not. All right. So we got one if it's cheap enough. All right. So we're gonna go to the next person here on the list, and that is Lynn. Lynn, how do you feel about Mortal Kombat? Is that a day one purchase for you, and does it interest you in any way?
It might not be a day one purchase, but I will eventually buy it.
Okay. All right. All right. Do you have anything else to say about it?
No.
All right. Well,
It's a good game. It is a good game. I mean, it is a good game, but it to me, as of right now, with all these other games that are coming out, is not a day one purchase.
Mm.
But it is on my radar.
Yeah, for April 2000. April what? What was it? What was it again? It was April. Oh Lord, what happened? April 14th. That's what it was. All right. So games. How do you feel about Mortal Kombat 10? Is that a day one purchase for you?
Mortal Kombat is always a day one purchase for me. It is always a day one purchase. So I'm definitely gonna get it day one. I'm glad that they got a release date, and I'm glad it's like in April, so where it's like it's not in the sea of all the other games, so that it gets drowned. So I'm glad that it's in April. I'm definitely getting day one. I don't know if I'm a pre-order to get Goro because I don't know anybody who plays as Goro, but I'm definitely going to be playing. I'm definitely going to get that. Like Mortal Kombat day one purchase. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Denny, how do you feel about Mortal Kombat 10? And are you getting it day one?
Well, when I first saw the trailer, I was so happy. But when I see the gameplay, I was less into it and less intuitive. How do you spell that? Is intuitive?
In I'm sorry.
Like happy, but
happy,
not
but you were disappointed.
No, it's like excited, but not that excited anymore.
You were intrigued.
Enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic.
Yeah, that's the word.
Okay. I it's too late in the
not
day.
that happy anymore about the game because it was all just to lure us to buy the game.
So you're not getting it day one though.
No, but I will buy it when it's for sale.
Okay. So we got 3 for sales, 1 day, 1 purchase. All right, Bawse. How do you feel about Mortal Kombat 10? And I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, how do you feel about Mortal Kombat 10? And is it a day one purchase for you?
I mean, from what I saw so far, Mortal Kombat 10, it looks really good, but I'm really skeptical due to the fact that they're allowing you to pre-order this game like 8 months before it's supposed to come out, and it's a possibility that it could be pushed back another 6 months. So this is what I really don't like. And for everyone that's saying that, they're going to get it, they're going to pre-order it now, you got to be very aware that, as of lately, there's been a trend of games being pushed back when they've been given release dates. And not only that, I'm also concerned about the fact that you get a free character when you pre-order it. So that's leading me to believe that they're going to try to do the same thing that Killer Instinct did, meaning that they're only going to give you a select amount of characters to play with initially, and everybody else you're going to have to pay for, which would be very corny. You know what I mean? If they follow that blueprint and marketing strategy. But I won't get it. It won't be a day one. But if it's on sale, I'll possibly pick it up.
All right. So we got 4 on sales, 1 day, 1 purchase. All right. Dirty. Mortal Kombat 10. Now that you're in the next gen, you getting it day one?
Yeah, I'm gonna get it day one.
Okay.
I'm with with Bawse or what he said, you know what I'm saying, I know it's, you know what I'm saying, Ed Boon, and they like to, you know what I'm saying, give you a selective characters, and then you got to pay for the rest when they all should just be in there. I mean, just for instance, Goro. Okay, now if I go pre-order this, you know, like in January or February, which I do, I'm not going to pre-order it now, but why can't he just be in the game? Like, why do I have to pre-order it just to play as him, or just to even have him on the screen as a selected character if I don't even pick him? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know what developers be doing, man. Look, just put them in the game and just have people to pre-order it, or that's cool. You let us know about the date. You know what I'm saying? If we want it, we're gonna get it. Stop all this. Pre-order this, and you get a bicycle and a new fatality. Just put it in the game. But I will pick it up day one, though.
So day one. So we got 2 day ones for when the price gets cheaper. I mean, when it comes to fighting games, besides Super Smash Brothers, had to mention it. Normally fighting games, I'm kind of a hypocrite because, like, usually fighting games, I always say are never worth day one purchase. You know, it is good if this is a game that you plan on practicing on and things like that, but this far in advance, and the fact that you have to pre-order to get a character is ridiculous to me. I think that makes the character roster unbalanced. You know, just because I'm being rewarded for pre-ordering it, and I get that that's the purpose of it, but, like, you know, it's stupid. It's stupid. It should be in. He should be in. Like, Killer Instinct, I did a video about it on my channel, and it was some weird stuff. I was just, I don't even know. It was just, I don't know. Day one purchase for me? No. No. Well, actually, it depends. It depends. Because when it comes to fighting games, I'm a little iffy. I'm on the fence with it and stuff. So it really depends on what's coming out at around that time. Like, if they announce any games, like if Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts 3 or something gets announced that, like, really captures my interest at that point, you best believe I am picking that over Mortal Kombat. Now, if there's no games like there is now, and there's like a drought, I'll probably get Mortal Kombat. But only in that situation, day one. But any other situation, I can wait. Oh, we got a question from Super Mario 1999 / Pokemon Nerd 2000. Hey, hey, long time no talk. And the question is the Wii U the worst Nintendo system ever because of the third-party games it's skipping? Or do you guys think that the Wii or Nintendo 64 is worse? So, that's a great question. All right, so we're gonna ask this question. So I guess we're gonna go in the reverse order. So we're gonna start with Dirty. Dirty, do you think that the Wii U is Nintendo's worst system ever because it doesn't have any third-party support, or do you think that the Wii or Nintendo 64 was worse? I guess we'll throw the GameCube in there too, just in case.
I don't think that the Wii U is the worst console Nintendo put out, just because of third party. I mean, the games that it does have and are getting, you know, are pretty cool. Like I said, I like the way you play differently on the Wii U, on a Nintendo console. You play different than what you would play on Microsoft and Sony. So I wouldn't say that the Wii U is the worst. He said the 64 or the Wii. The 64
or the Wii, yeah.
I would have to, if I would have to say Nintendo's worst system, I wouldn't say it's a worst system, but I would just throw this in the category. I would say the Wii, the original Wii, because even though it sold well, it was a cool concept with motion control, it had a bunch of shovelware. You know, but it did have a few gems here and there, even some hidden gems that people don't know about.
Mm.
But it just had a bunch of just crappy games. So I mean, if I was to say the system, I would have to say the original Wii, just because of all the crappy games that it got.
Yeah. Boss, do you believe that the Wii U is the worst Nintendo console ever, or do you believe that there was a Nintendo console that was even worse than what the Wii U is?
I mean, to be quite honest, when the N64 came out, it's easy to say that it had a hell of a lot more third-party support due to the fact that there weren't as many consoles out at the time. But the Wii U has to be the worst console that Nintendo ever put out due to the fact that if you look at the numbers now, it's not selling, and it's the console that's out right now that everyone's supposed to want. So I just think that, ultimately overall, due to the statistics and due to the facts right now, for the current time, they got to be the Wii U, unless, they come out with a new console. And even then, that would validate my point. Anytime that the consumer's asking for a new particular product for a company that just released a product that's supposed to be sufficient, supposed to carry you for the next 5 to 6 years, it's not doing too well. So I would say it have to be the Wii U.
Okay, so Wii U is the worst. All right, Denny, do you believe that Wii U is the worst Nintendo console, or do you believe that there was another Nintendo console that is worse?
I think Wii U is the best at this moment.
Uh-huh.
There were worse consoles before.
All right. What Nintendo console would you have to say, and only Nintendo? What would you have to say was the worst Nintendo console?
I would say the first Nintendo.
The first Nintendo was the worst one? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It all looks like Lego.
What? You don't like it because it looks like a Lego?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, whatever. All right, we're gonna go to games. Games, if you're available.
Yeah.
What do you think is Nintendo's worst console? Do you believe that the Wii U is?
I mean, just based on what Bawse said, if you look at the numbers and you look at the statistics of that console, anybody in their right mind would have to say that the Wii U is the worst console because the numbers don't lie, and for Nintendo, I mean, and again, it's a kind of a hard question to actually definitively say that Nintendo, the worst console is the Wii U, because I think that they knew what they wanted to do, but they just made stupid mistakes along the way. Like they can make 1,001 right decisions and go the right direction, but it's those small disappointments and those small dumb mistakes that just overpowers the advantages, and that's what every console they had. When you look at the N64, the N64 was great. It was a great console. It had third-party support. For that time, it was the more powerful console of that era. The mistake was that they didn't go with the CDs, or they didn't go with disc format games. They stuck with cartridges. So that was their downfall with the N64. And then you switch over to the GameCube. The GameCube, once again, had third-party support. It was great. Everybody liked it. Smash Bros. Was a hit. Mario Kart was a hit. The only downside that killed that brand was the fact that the GameCube looked like a lunchbox. I mean, why does it has a handle on the console? And not only that, the disc was so small, so it forced developers to be so limited in what they can put onto a game for the GameCube, because the disc was so small. It can only hold up to 1 gigabyte of data. So they always have things to innovate and change the game in terms of gaming, but it's those small little steps. And with the Wii U, it just was a lack of marketing. So based on numbers and statistics, the Wii U is the worst console that Nintendo has put out to date.
All right. Lynn.
Yes.
How do you feel? Do you think the Wii U is Nintendo's worst console ever, or do you think that there was anything worse?
Well, as far as Nintendo consoles, it would have to be the Virtual Boy.
I was gonna say that.
Because, I mean, if hardware sales is around 770,000 shipped.
Mhm.
So, all the consoles thereafter sold in the millions. So, considering that, that one only sold around 770,000 and it's really unclear as to how much they sold in software, I would say that's probably the worst. Now, I like my Wii U. I've been using it a lot more lately since Mario Kart has come out. Um, but, unfortunately, that is the only game that I'm currently playing
Mhm.
on the Wii U.
Alright. Okay. Dougie, what is your opinion on the worst Nintendo console? What do you think? What do you think did the worst? And do you think that the Wii U is really that bad?
Well, personally, I haven't really got a chance to actually play the Wii U. Um, I want to say I want to say it's the worst system, just because they ain't getting third party support and all that stuff, I think you get to know like one more year, see what they bring out. I don't really judge a game by the sales or whatever. I judge it by like the games that they put out and how much I have fun on it and stuff like that. Yeah, I want to say that.
Okay.
What do you think?
What I say the Virtual Boy was the worst one because literally it was the worst console. But if we were to say the Wii, or his original question was it the Wii or the Wii U or the N64? I'd say, okay, first to answer that question, the Wii I would have to say was the worst out of the three. In terms of games, it was the best, but was the worst because it was full of. Because everybody who bought a Wii only played it for a month. That was it. A month, maybe once a year, something like that. Playing Wii Sports when family was around, and then they got bored after like 10 minutes, and then that was it. And that was it. And then the hardcore people got Mario Galaxy and all these really good games. So I'm just like, oh well, okay. Whatever.
Well, Will, Animal Crossing had me playing that game for hours and hours, days, weeks, months. I mean, that's one game that kept me on that console was Animal Crossing. And I met, a couple of really cool people playing Animal Crossing as well that I'm still friends with to this day.
Yeah.
So I love that game.
But we wasn't a bad console. By any means, it really wasn't.
No.
Because it had the backwards compatible for GameCube, and you could play because if people didn't like the Wii games, they could play the GameCube games. So it wasn't just limited. And this is how the Wii U is to me. You can play the Wii games that were fun. So the thing is that I don't think that it's still even though the Wii U's been out for what, like about 2 years now, 2 years, 3 years, I don't know, 2 years. Nintendo has been switching it up, and I see that their future is bright. Because look at when the 3DS first came out. That was terrible. It was bad. It was overpriced. There was no games. And look at it now.
Oh, they rectified that. They rectified that.
Yeah, they fixed it. And now people...
And they gave people free games that had already bought it at that high price.
Not me. Not me, but whatever. But you got but for those who had it, they got 20 games. Nintendo fixed that, and I believe that Nintendo can fix the Wii U. I am a wholehearted, true believer that Nintendo can turn this around because I only buy the Nintendo for the exclusives. Whether it was third-party support that it got that was an exclusive, like Fatal Frame, because they still got that coming out. They got Bayonetta 2. They got Devil's Third. They got a few games coming out. Very few. It's not it's not like we're getting Call of Duty or anything like that. But Nintendo is still getting its fair share of exclusives. And, so Nintendo, it's perfect time to buy a Nintendo console right now. In my personal opinion, Mario 3D World is amazing. Mario Kart 8 is amazing. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze is amazing. So I think that the Wii U is definitely a better console right now with Zelda coming out and Super Smash Brothers coming out, and the Wii U is going to get better. Super Smash Brothers is going to sell that console. Zelda's going to sell it. Star Fox is going to sell it. Wii U is good. Wii U is good. But when it comes in terms of a console that I played the least of a Nintendo, had to be the Wii. But technically that wasn't the truth because the Wii I played a lot because of Brawl. But I spent hundreds of hours on playing Brawl and Melee and Tatsunoko vs. Capcom and Mario Galaxy. So I play every Nintendo console equally. So I have to say I can't really say. But in terms of realistically of what did worse, the Virtual Boy.
Yeah, you know what? And I forgot about. Actually forgot.
You forgot about it. That's how bad it sold.
I was like, man, I forgot about the Virtual Boy. Well, I understand what Bawse is saying. With third party with the Wii U being the worst, but I mean, like you said, Will, Nintendo can turn this around. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they did the 3DS like that, and I mean, the system only been out 2 years. Sony turned the PS3 around, and it took them like 2 years. So they ain't really have games, and the ports that they had were like awful ports, like the Wii U is getting. But you know what I'm saying? Sony turned it around. Game developers turned it around and started, putting out good ports. You know what I'm saying? And good exclusives. So look how the PS3 did. So I think Nintendo can turn it around. They just got to do some more stuff. More advertisement. And yeah, we all know they got to go in their pocket also, but they can turn it around. Yeah. It only been 2 years.
Hands down, I believe Nintendo can turn it around. Nintendo's done it plenty time and time again. And there's always that one game, that one IP that they release that just like literally the fortunes and the tides turn in Nintendo's favor. So that's why I completely like Nintendo will never, in my opinion, even though Nintendo does bad, Nintendo will never be a bad console for me. Like it's like Nintendo may do a lot of wrong decisions in the gaming community. Like they make a lot of stupid decisions. Like if the Wii U was the console in the place of the Wii, if the Wii U was the console that we were getting back when the Wii came out, the Wii U would have been _1 console, hands down. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And then if it got all the Wii games that it got, Nintendo would have been #1. No questions asked. No questions asked. But the reason why Nintendo's struggling so bad is because some people still think that the Wii U is a gamepad accessory for the Wii. So that's the reason why. If they did a name change, like a complete overhaul called like Nintendo Revolution or Nintendo Tablet or iNintendo or something, or Nintendo TVS, something like that. I don't, just something, because it's like a DS screen. If they were to advertise it in a different way and not just show the controller at that E3, Nintendo would be probably doing a little bit better than what it's doing now, and we probably wouldn't have lost a lot of third-party support. But that's just my opinion. I just think that Nintendo.
I agree. Yeah, marketing was all wrong for the Wii.
It was bad.
It was horrible.
It was bad.
It still is. They're just not putting out that effort to say, yeah, there's a third option, people. You don't have to go out and buy a PS4. You don't have to buy an Xbox One. We are the console for you. Like, they just not doing that. You gotta let people know, like, you exist. Your console exists, and it can compete with the competition.
Yeah.
They're not doing that. I think they should go old school, personally, and release like like how they used to do, what Sega used to do, like the 32X. Release an expansion upon the Wii U to make it more competitive with the PS4 and Xbox One.
But that would just be confusing to people. Like, people are even confused about the new 3DS because that marketing is terrible too. Because Xenoblade Chronicles can only be played on the new 3DS. So what does that mean? Does that mean that it's is it just an upgrade of what the 3DS is, or is it a completely brand new console that's going to play its own exclusive games that's backwards compatible?
I feel it's an upgrade. It's an upgrade.
But people believe it's an upgrade. But people are going to be confused and thinking it's a brand new Nintendo and say whatever. You know, so that's the problem.
I definitely agree with Lamont when he said, you know, just go original. Like, go with, if you're going to make a new console, forget all the funny names and the Wii and everything. Get away from that. Just call it the Nintendo. You know what I mean? Call it the Nintendo. But there's something that you got to understand that the Wii U is going to always have, and the Stain is always going to have, is that it's inferior in the technology.
Yeah.
And we have to be serious. It is. And you're not going to get around that, rebranding that, or coming out with more games. That's all good. That's going to sell the unit. But ultimately, it's always going to have that tail that it's an inferior unit due to the ones that's out because it's not as technologically advanced. And that's the truth. It's nothing. Look, man, when you say that, I'm not saying that to downplay Nintendo, but that's the truth. It's more inferior than superior to the PS4 and Xbox One.
Yeah.
But a console doesn't need to have the most superior graphics. It needs to have good games. And honestly, graphics is not an issue because Nintendo's games are beautiful. So it is possible to make beautiful games. Sure, you're not going to get PlayStation 4 quality stuff. You're not going to get Xbox One quality. You may not be able to stream from the Wii U and things like that. Yes, so it definitely is an inferior console. I believe Nintendo can still sell that console on the beauty of the games that it has already. It's the only console that I can see, besides these indie games that they give us, that is unique, and it always is unique, and their games are fun, and their games are, you can play them for hours. There are people that still play the GameCube to this day. There are people that played the N64, the original Nintendo, Super Nintendo. They still play them today because their games are classic. They're classic games. And I don't see PlayStation or Xbox having that classic potential for games. I mean, Grand Theft Auto is going to be a complete classic, but with it constantly having sequels that feel the same, Nintendo, all their sequels feel different. They feel different. When it comes to Grand Theft Auto, it's the same thing.
I disagree with Grand Theft Auto. I disagree with that analogy because from the time Grand Theft Auto hit the PlayStation, it was completely different from when it was on Nintendo. If you guys remember.
Yeah.
Okay, as far as the top-down view, then it went 3D. You know what I mean? Then it went open world. And then it went, 3 players that you're able to play with during the campaign or during the story. I think that's very innovative. I played Grand Theft Auto 5 every other day, every now and then. But just to be at a stoplight and to actually see the stoplight and see it go through its phases of, green, yellow, red, and then the car stop and go, or pedestrian crossing the street and they're stopping your car there, that's innovative. We want to see it. Listen, imagine they made a Mario that was more real to life, that looked more real to life, where you played as an actual guy named Mario that was a real person, and you had to play and find the princess and save her with better graphics, with more mature graphics, let's say that, with a more mature setting, instead of just constantly banging your head against a block and getting coins, eating a mushroom and growing big. Put a spin on it. Put an innovation in it. I think that could help.
But honestly, I have to disagree. Again, I'm sorry. The thing is you're right. Grand Theft Auto was innovative at its time, but it improved. It's like, okay, let me see if I could try to explain this in a way to understand what I mean. When it comes to Grand Theft Auto is an evolution over time. Okay, so there's Grand Theft Auto 3. You got Grand Theft Auto 5. Are you playing Grand Theft Auto 3? You will always remember Grand Theft Auto 3. But when it comes to Mario, there are people that go back in time and play the original Mario Brothers. Mario evolved too, graphically, yes. But each game was so unique in its own way that people can still go back and play the classics of Mario, and it would be a completely different feeling than something it is. It was the feel of the game. It's not always necessary, even if the look of the game stood the same, it was the feeling that the game gave you. Even if the story is simplistic, the same. If they made it realistic, it wouldn't be the Mario. It wouldn't be a Nintendo game anymore. It would just be a game. It would just be a thing that's using the Mario terminology in a real world. Yes, but it would be its own unique Mario game, and people would probably still play it for that reason, because it's its own unique Mario game. Like Mario Galaxy is him in space. Mario Sunshine is him cleaning the pollution. And even though that sounds like a stupid idea, it's all different, and it was fun, and it was unique. Something that no other game did, and that's why I always admire Nintendo, because all these other games are copying off of each other. There's a little bit of uniqueness, like BioShock is a first-person shooter, and it has plasmids, and you know, there's a survival horror action, and each game does a little bit something different, but not enough for me to say this is memorable that I'm gonna play this again. I find Metroid Prime to be the most memorable first-person shooter in my personal opinion.
But see, I gotta disagree with you there, because you're saying if a game or a system isn't creating a game that's more memorable. Grand Theft Auto has always done that in their stories. Mario's story is the same story. I can tell you what Mario's story is going to be before the game is even created. Grand Theft Auto, you can't, because it's always a different protagonist. It's always a different story. That's what makes gamers want to go back. I remember the hot coffee scandal, DLC. Not even DLC, but the scandal that they put in San Andreas. That makes you want to go play San Andreas so you can see CJ having sex with the stripper. Even though that wasn't a part of the game that you could play naturally, you had to do some things to get to it. But that was a very memorable game. That was a very memorable sequence, along with other things. But that's why I think that Grand Theft Auto, games like Grand Theft Auto, will always be around, because people always try to copy and make a copy of it, but they never could, because it's so authentic in its creativity, in the story, and the way they make players feel as well. I remember when I first walked up to a bum in Grand Theft Auto 3, punched him in the face and kicked him. Telling me y'all don't remember that? The first time you was able to get somebody just because you wanted to? I mean, that's very memorable. I understand what you're saying, though, but I think that Mario, at the end of the day, you can see the evolution in Grand Theft Auto.
No, and I agree.
See the evolution in Mario, other than the fact that it's for another console, it's for another Nintendo console, and you're going to get Mario. Next thing you know, he's rescuing Yoshi. Then next thing you know, he's rescuing the princess. Then next game, he's going to be friends with Bowser. I mean, that's all good, but the aesthetics, the story, you have to make a story that's also compelling. Because we're in a place right now where movies and games, there's a blurred line. You don't even know sometimes what you're looking at you're playing a game, you think you're watching a movie. And I think that's very advanced, and it's ahead of its time. Yeah. And I think that Nintendo, you continue to push that Mario without putting some innovation in it. That's what I'm saying, you know.
No, and you know what? No, I agree. I'm just saying maybe Grand Theft Auto was the wrong game. I'd say Call of Duty. That game is being done every year. That is easily forgettable. People are not going to play Call of Duty 2 now, like unless if it's a speed runner or something like that. But like I'm just saying that like there are certain games like that are memorable because each thing was unique. And yes, each Grand Theft Auto story was unique. Every story was unique, and maybe people will play it again for the story. It's just when it came to the gameplay, what I'm saying is that Mario's gameplay was unique. Even though it was this typical jump on the heads of things and hit blocks, and yes, it's the same thing, but it had something different. Like in Mario Sunshine, you had the flood backpack. You had in Mario Galaxy, you had the space element. You had in Mario 64, it was the first 3D Mario World. In Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario 60, in Super Mario World, you first had Yoshi as a companion. There was always something that was revolutionarily memorable about a Mario game. And Grand Theft Auto has its thing. So it's just I just wish companies would copy a little bit more Mario games. Like I miss Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon, classic stuff. Speaking of that, Miss K asked us a question.
Oh, Miss K! Hey, Miss K!
She said, said, will anyone be downloading PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale for PS Vita or PlayStation 4? But I think she meant PS3. It's free. She bet. So, I traded in my Vita and my PS3, and I had it all this time waiting for people to play it, and nobody cared. So I'm done with PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. I got an actual better game that's coming out, and that is Super Smash Brothers. Hallelujah! So it's okay. Dougie, are you getting PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale since it's free on PlayStation Plus this month?
Actually, I got it back a couple of months ago when they did a sale on it. Yeah, I don't really play it. I stopped playing it after a while.
So you don't like it anymore?
Well, I actually didn't really like it at all.
Oh, okay.
I was playing because I was bored. And I was just trying to get some more trophies.
Okay, all right, getting the trophies, all right. That game has like the easiest trophies in the world. So, Lynn, you downloading it, honey?
Miss K, no amount of free is gonna get me to download that game.
Damn! Oh my God!
It'd be a space waster. I can use I can use that space on something else.
Damn! Ow! Okay. We're gonna. Miss K said, "My bad. I'm at PS3." All right. Denny, are you downloading PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale?
No, I still won't.
Damn! My God, no love. How about you, Games?
I don't even have an account.
Oh, okay. All right. Games, how do you feel about it? PlayStation All-Stars.
I don't care for that. I don't know what that game was. I don't even know why that game was even made. That game is horrible. It is terrible. I don't know. I don't care if it was free. I don't care if they actually gave you a free retail disc. I would not take it. I am not downloading that game. That game is horrible. It is horrible.
Okay, Bawse, are you downloading PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale for free?
Hell no.
No one loves the
Royale. Oh my God. Oh my God.
And you love that game so much, Will.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna
explain. Because of him that I bought it over the video.
I'm gonna explain myself. I'm going to explain myself. Okay. Well, first we're gonna go to Dirty. Dirty, are you gonna be downloading PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale? It's free.
I have no idea. I don't even know. I seen the game. I seen gameplay. It didn't interest me back then, and I didn't pick it up for the PS3. So I don't know. I have no idea.
Miss K, I would play with you if I still had it, but honestly, this is what happened when this game was first announced. I was freaking hyped beyond belief. I was on that game all the time.
Yeah.
But then when I saw that the only way you could kill the enemies with super attacks is what threw me off. And then they kept saying it like every event, because I was following it like I followed Super Smash Brothers. I was treating it like it was a Super Smash Brothers game, which that game is no Super Smash Brothers. But I'm just like, why did you think this was going to work? Anybody can win this game. Anybody. It doesn't matter. You could be the most skilled fighter in this game, and it still doesn't matter. It does not matter what you do. If I'm hitting, as long as I hit you a little bit, let's say that we're playing a stock battle. If I hit you a little bit and all you're doing is comboing the absolute living crap out of me, unless if you're using a character like Parappa the Rapper that instant kills you all the damn time every time you get level 3, it is so unfair. It is so unbalanced. And, I hate myself for liking the game. I really did. Because I was hoping, I had high hopes for it. And I was expecting it to actually work out. I was hoping that was going to work out. But yes, all it was meant to be was a Super Smash Brothers clone with a broken-ass system. Simple as that. And I traded in my PS3 and my Vita, so no, unfortunately, Miss K, I cannot play with you.
I have a couple things to say.
Uh-oh. What?
Well, one thing, going back to the Wii U, I feel they need to add a couple features to it. Number one is chat.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it's really silly how they do not have chat.
Yeah.
Number two, I've always liked Swap Note. They took that away. Swap Note was good on the 3DS. They need something similar to that on the Wii U. I mean that's just me. I mean, you guys may differ, but
It's
I
called
think
No, I'm
that
playing.
would be no. I mean, Miiverse. That's just totally different.
Yeah.
One thing I want to mention too is Destiny is getting a digital upgrade. Basically, if you purchase the last gen version, basically
Mhm.
for the PlayStation 3 or the Xbox 360, you can upgrade to the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4 for free.
Mhm.
That also includes the Guardian Edition and Expansion Pass, as long as it's kept within the same console family. And you'll have to purchase the last gen versions before January 15th, 2015, in order to qualify for the upgrade.
Um.
So you can also check out Bungie's website to get the official, details or whatnot in reference to this upgrade. So I just wanted to point that out while I came across it. So those of you who are getting this on last gen, you'll be able to upgrade for free. How many games that allow you to do that? Answer
None.
that.
No.
So they on point. Bungie is on point.
Mhm. They on point. They on point. That means Dougie, you can upgrade. um. What was or anybody on PS3 or can upgrade. Also, another interesting thing, since we were talking about Grand Theft Auto 5 a little bit earlier, before we get to the next question, um, it's true. It turns out that Bawse, even if the new Grand Theft Auto 5 comes out, you can transfer your save file from even your 360 if you decide to get the PS4 version, and vice versa for the Xbox One people who got the PS3 version of Grand Theft Auto that want to get Grand Theft Auto 5 for the Xbox One. Your file transfers over. Your character transfers over. So you don't have to do all that work all over again. You keep all your cars, you keep all your weapons and all this stuff. I just thought I want to make that side note. Next one. We have a question from Andrew. I don't know if anybody plays this game. Denny clearly has the face for it. So let's see how everybody responds to this one. How do you like Minecraft PC 1.8 update? So we're gonna ask everybody just to see if I don't know if any of you guys play Minecraft because I never really asked you guys. So I don't play Minecraft.
Me neither.
So yeah, so we got two people that don't play Minecraft. So Dougie, do you play Minecraft? And if you do, did you download the 1.8 update?
I haven't played it on PC, but I have played it on the PS3.
And what'd you think?
It's all right. I didn't really get like down in depth with it, and then I just tried out the demo, and it was pretty cool. I also watched my own brother, daughter play it, and it looked pretty interesting because how you can make their own tools and stuff. And but I'm not really into the game like that. I'll just prefer probably to watch someone play it.
Yeah. I'm more into Little Big Planet. I'm sorry. I'm just a Little Big Planet person. I don't know why, but I just am. Denny, how do you feel about since you have a Minecraft head on in your picture, I'm assuming you play Minecraft, right?
No.
You
Not at
play
all.
Minecraft and you have a Minecraft mask on.
No, not at all. I don't.
Really,
Oh,
Denny?
I don't own, and I never played the Minecraft game before. But I have lots of friends that does play the game,
Mhm.
and they showed me videos. And from what I've seen, this game is pretty cool.
Okay.
It's like old school game. It's
Uh-huh.
like you can. It's like Lego. You can build your own things and break it back off. It's like you're playing your own god and you build everything. Then you let other people play the planet that you build. It's kind of like Mario Rebuilt or something like that.
Mm.
And about the picture, it was a true or dare game, and my friends made me put that Minecraft box on my head. So I did the challenge.
That seems like too easy of a challenge, though.
That's the story behind that picture.
That's interesting. We got a little history about somebody's picture and why they chose it. Games. Do you play you play PC? I know, but do you play Minecraft? And did you play this 1.8 update?
If you were to ask me that question about 2 months ago, I would tell you that there is no way in the world that I will ever play Minecraft, because that game will put you to sleep in 2 seconds. But after watching people play it and after experiencing it for myself with friends and other people, I am addicted to Minecraft. So I do play Minecraft. I don't play it on PC, but I play it on the Xbox 360, and I just bought the Xbox One version. So for
what
me,
is it about it? Let me know, because to me it's boring as crap.
You have to play with friends. If you have to play with friends, and you have to play with a group of people that's just fun to play with, because once you have that, the possibilities are endless. Like, you can do so much in that game, but you have to play with friends. It's one of those games where you need communication, you need friends, you need people to keep it up, because once it starts going downhill, it turns into a snooze fest quickly. So you have to have a group of people that's really into Minecraft to get you in it, because that's how I got sucked in. I was watching some people on Twitch, and I was just like, you know what, let me just try this. You know, I got a few dollars to just spin around, so I bought it for the 360, and I was just hooked ever since. So you gotta have friends, and you gotta have that group of people that just like has that energy, because if you don't have that, it's gonna put you to sleep quick, because there's really nothing to do but build stuff and go in a cave and stuff. There's really not that much to do. But when you have friends and you have ideas, you can do so much in that game. It's really limitless.
Okay. All right.
I don't know about the 1.8 update, because I don't play on PC. I'm not that addicted to it, so I'm on a console, so I don't know anything about the 1.8 update.
All right. Bawse. Do you play Minecraft? And if you do, on PC, and if you do, is it did you play the 1.8 update?
No. I don't play Minecraft. I don't have it for PC. I really don't see the point in it. And maybe that's why I should try it, so that I probably have a different understanding of it. But I'm just really not interested in that type of game so far from what I see.
Okay. Right. Dirty, do you play Minecraft on PC? And if you do, is it the one? Did you play the 1.8 update? And what do you think?
No, I haven't played Minecraft. I've been wanting to try, but just never got around to it. I have seen like video play on it. You know how they create almost like a world or a city or whatever. It looks a little interesting, but I just never got around to actually getting it on the 360 just to try it out.
All right. My experience, I at a glance I looked at it and I'm like, what is this? I don't like it. So then I played it, and I did play on PC. And then my nephew was like really into it, and his friends were into it. So I said, let me see what the hype about this game is. So let me play. And I always watch him play, and he was playing something like the Hunger Games or something like that. And then there was like other things that they would do, like there was like other things, like I had friends that they showed me like things that they built, and it looked amazing. I love the ideas that people come up with in this game. But I'm not creative in that aspect. They were trying to teach me how to build, and I just couldn't get it because I'm not a keyboard mouse guy. And I never got it on console because the game didn't interest me on PC. I had a friend that said the same thing as you, Games, that he said that he didn't like Minecraft, and now he's like addicted to it. And he plays it on the PC, but he's not like He's not like playing it all the time. He's still a console gamer, but we're so sorry, Andrew. I'm sorry. You know, we're not Minecraft players. I'm so sorry. Okay, Miss K has some things to add to the PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale conversation. She says, dang, no love for PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, laugh out loud. I wasn't going to download it. Trust me. So we're good, Will. Smiley face. so that's what Miss K said. Super Mario has a question regarding the discussion that we had about GTA and Mario, and he wants to say, what about Super Mario 3D Land and 3D World? Those games too, the styles of the 2D Mario games, and that made it feel that it had the feeling of a 2D game in a 3D world. Yeah. So I did play both of those games. I love them. I think they're amazing, and they're like, I'm sorry I didn't mention those, but I don't know. I was stuck in the classic era because we're talking about Virtual Boy and regular Nintendo and N64, so I wasn't even thinking about the Wii U, but or 3DS. But yes, Mario. Those are unique too. Like every single Mario game that you play is its own unique experience, except for those two. Those two were the only things that were the same. But one was a portable version of it, and the other one was the other one. There was even the new Super Mario Brothers as well. And that felt different in its own aspect too. It felt like it played like the classic Mario, but the physics and the things in it, it just felt like it was a different game. It didn't feel like classic Mario. So, yes, I love every Mario game. Every Mario game that comes out, I like it except for the golf and the sports series. But other than that, even those are fun. The little times that I play them, those are fun. Mario Party, everything. Even though the story is simplistic and just the typical same thing, and sometimes the world looks the same, it's unique, and there's some Mario has some challenging levels. Like there's some Mario games that are hard. Like that final level on Mario 3D World is no joke. No joke. And that freaking Mario Sunshine level, don't even get me started with that one. Or that challenge on Super Mario Galaxy where you had to get the 100 coins. Don't even get me started. Don't get me started with that. Okay. All right. So I guess. All right. All right. Does anybody have anything that they want to add before we put the show to the close?
Yeah. Okay.
What's up?
What do y'all think about the Slender Man game that's coming out?
Oh,
there's a new one?
Is there another Slender Man game?
I don't even know. I didn't even know there was another one. I know that there was the Arrival, but I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything about it, so I don't know.
Tell us more about it, Tuggy.
Yeah, what is so different about this Slender Man? This new one.
I don't really know. I just saw the trailer. The trailer about me.
I guess I'm gonna have to look at it. Slender Man is just something that you play once, maybe
exactly.
twice.
How is it going to be any different than what you see on the computer?
I don't know. I find those games boring because it takes a while for something to happen, and when it does, it feels like I want to curse, but it feels like crap. It feels like a crappy game. I mean, it just feels like I wasted all this time, like nervous as hell, and that's all you got for me. That was it. That was it. That's all you're gonna give me. That's it. Never mind. All it is just this man in this white man stretched out in a business suit with no face. That's it. That's the best you got. Never mind. No, not interested.
Is that Slender Man behind you, Will?
Yes.
What?
No, I don't know Slender Man. No, I don't. Does anybody have any opinions that they want to throw about Slender Man?
I don't know, but that guy is not creepy.
Anybody else want to throw anything about Slender Man?
If I saw him, I would say, hey, you're missing a face. Let me draw something. Now draw on his head.
Okay. I don't know. Okay, whatever. Okay. Anybody else have another topic that they would like to talk about?
Well, I don't have so much of a topic, but I just want to say, going back to this whole Nintendo thing, I think if I would want to see Nintendo take a franchise and make it more mature. But I think the only game that has that aspect that they can pull it off successfully is Metroid. I think Metroid would be that perfect game to just transform into a realistic. Well, not realistic because
it's in space, and it's not really realistic. So,
like, as far as detail and gore and just a mature tone to it, I think Metroid would be that perfect game to transform from an everybody game to a more mature game.
I think Zelda is the one that has the most potential because it's the game that deals with time. So you can have a Link totally in today's form. And like literally, I could just picture it looking like something like the new Devil May Cry, and then just like totally just like something like that along those lines. And you can mess with the combat and everything, and it's still the same story. He has to save this girl, but they could do something different. Like they could do something different. Like Link is walking down this crack-infested city, and then he like walking with the sword, being like, be like this, like ha 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 ha, and then they start to get the Triforce and stuff. Except like it's like one is like in New York, the other one's in California, and the other one's somewhere in Japan, and then you have to ride these planes to go back and forth. And then there's like a part at the end of the game where he can use the ocarina or like the guitar or something modern, and then he can go back in time, and then he can go back and meet the original Link and fulfill his destiny. I could go on with this idea. Link could ride on cars and be like,
no, that would be like.
I could see it. I could so.
Grand Theft Auto with Link and Zelda.
Well, no, and the thing is that goes back to what Bawse said. That like if Mario had like like a thing, it would be its own unique game. It would be something different. It would be something that would be like, because the thing is that how gamers are. Gamers are gonna be like, why are you messing with Zelda? Why are you messing with... The thing is that people ask for change and innovation, and then when a company does it, they don't like it. And then they judge the game by the look, and then they toss it aside, and then companies will just stick to the safe route and make another Call of Duty. That's it. That's it. And the thing is like, and that's why I love Nintendo, is because they're the only company, well, the only... Other companies do say no to their fans, but Nintendo's the one that says, no, we're doing it this way, and sometimes that's if they want to sell realistically, they can't if they want to realistically, that won't sell. Saying no to your fans all the time will not do that. But they are giving us unique experiences, and that's why I have faith in Nintendo, because they do that.
They can make like a Zelda game, but like a zombie Zelda or zombies. Link.
Oh God, no. But actually, going back to Bawse's theory on a modern Mario, can you imagine if like Mario took all these drugs, like like he takes shrooms and all this stuff like that, and then like gives them like these superpowers and stuff, kind of like Narc. I don't know if you guys ever played Narc for the Xbox. Where you play as the cop, and he takes drugs that give him like these superpowers and stuff. It's like a really underrated game. It is.
Okay.
Anyway, Super Mario has something that he would like to say. He says, "I can't imagine that." I guess referring to Nintendo making mature games. He says, "I would like to see Nintendo attempt something like that, though." Oh. So like Zelda, like attempted, but he can't see it. He says it would piss off a lot of fans. Yes, it would, especially because most likely Nintendo would never do it like that. So they would most likely give it to another company to do it. Like if they gave Zelda rights to Rockstar, that would be interesting. That would be very interesting. Does anybody have anything else that they would like to say?
I would like to expand on something Bawse had mentioned earlier in reference to free Xbox games next week. This is the week of September 7th through the 13th. If you purchase an Xbox One, you get a retail game for free. So this also includes the bundles. So if you buy a bundle, you get an extra game for free. So that would include Destiny, Titanfall, Watch Dogs, Madden NFL 15, any game that you want to get, you can get a game for free, including even if you buy a bundle. But that's just only next week, the week of September 7th through the 13th.
Yes.
And you can also go to participating retailers such as GameStop, Best Buy, Target, Toys R Us, Amazon, and Walmart, among others. So just to throw that out there for people who may not know.
Okay. Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
See,
Retail.
Sony needs to do something like that. Can you imagine? But, oh, God, I can imagine Dirty being so mad if he finds out that next week Sony had a sale like that. And he'd be like, what? I just bought a PlayStation 4. You're telling me that if I just waited an extra 2 days that I could have gotten a free game with it?
Well, we're letting you know now.
We're letting you know now. Yeah, so, yeah. Whatever.
There's also a comment, too, that I would like to make. This is just in reference to all you guys that are watching us live and making comments and asking questions, as well as the panel who come and, you know, set aside their time, like at least 3 to 4 times a week. You know, I just wanted to thank everybody for that. Because, you know, people's time is precious, and for all of us to be able to do this, to get together and to discuss gaming topics and news and things like that, you know, I feel it's truly a blessing. It's an honor to be able to do this and to bring things to the public, and to have you guys involved in our discussions and conversations. And this is a passion that all of us have. All of us are linked together through something like gaming. This is very important. It's something that it's fun, and you know, I'm grateful to know each and every one of you, and you know, you guys as well, the people that are watching this stream, that are commenting. You know, everybody matters. We are not out there to bash anything. You know, we call people out on, you know, on anything that we may not see that's to gamer standards, and it doesn't matter who it is, you know, whether it's Microsoft, you know, Sony, Nintendo, whatever. We are non-biased, and we basically we get on here, we discuss topics that interest us and hopefully interest you guys as well. So I just want to say that I'm grateful to know each and every one of you. And I'm grateful for every listener out there, for every person that watch our live streams, for every person that subscribe to our channel here, in the future, whenever. You know, everybody is important. You know, you guys are important. Everybody's important. And I'm very thankful that we can get together and do this on a regular basis. I mean, Denny is 6 hours ahead of us. So it's like 2 o'clock in the morning where Denny is, and he is here on this live stream with you guys. So, you know, that should say a lot in itself, because this man could be sleeping right now.
Yeah.
But he's not, right here.
He's not this time.
Yeah, he's right here in this live stream because he cares just as much as the rest of us of speaking on games and being here and talking to you guys. And, you know, that's just to touch on the subject of how important we all feel about gaming and getting this information out to you all and having y'all's interaction. This is a hobby, but it's something that is very serious, near and dear to our hearts as well. You know, so I just wanted to, you know, touch on that a little bit. If you guys want to elaborate, you're more than welcome to do so, because it means so much to me in so many ways to be able to do this, as I've spoke to Will about. So, you know, this can actually help people, you know. So, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. And if anybody wants to elaborate, you're more than welcome to. So I know that was a bit mushy, But you know, I just felt the need to say that it was something that was weighing heavy on me that I wanted to get out.
It's actually great that you mentioned it because this is the 100th video that we've done on this channel. So, that's an amazing feat within itself. I personally would like to thank all the viewers, and I like to thank everybody. I like to thank Dirty, Bawse. I could go on forever with names. You know, everybody who's been a part of the channel, everybody in the past, everybody who's going to join us in the future, whether it's viewers, whether it's guests, whether it is. You guys could be totally being somewhere else right now, talking to somebody else, doing whatever you want, playing games, doing this. There's people like you guys literally come straight home from work and be on this show, and you have like an 8-hour day, and coming to the show, it means so much. And to the viewers who watched like the hour to almost 2-hour episodes, that means a lot.
It really does. A lot. It really does.
When I started this channel, it was with the sole intention. I didn't know that it was going to be at this spot of where it was going to be at. I thought this channel was going to be on hiatus and it was just going to disappear. I kind of lost I got motivation back because I found friends on the internet, and this, like, I don't care what anybody says. You can have strong friendships online with people. You can have strong bonds with people that are far away.
I agree.
And sometimes they could be an even stronger bond than your own family.
Totally.
And and despite what people agree or disagree with that, for me, that's truth. So I see you guys as, like, literally, even though that you guys are in different states, different cities, different countries,
different time zones.
I become kind of a pro with time zones, but it just, I look at all you guys as, like, my greatest friends in the world, like, seriously, literally in the world, because you guys are in the world. So it's not like in the same. The thing is that the internet is a great tool. It could also be very dangerous, but it's things like this show that make it worth doing. And it's exciting and stuff. Whether we get views or not, I enjoy just talking about games. Exactly. I enjoy having discussions. I enjoy this layout a lot. I really do. I just like the idea of just having the freedom to talk about whatever it is we want to talk about and just have little disagreements, arguments, whatever it is, little debates, whatever, but still be friends at the end of the day. And that's what I like. That's what I love. Does anybody else have anything they want to say?
Yeah, I would like to elaborate, on what you and Lynn said. I would like to thank you guys a lot for having me on your show. I would have known nothing about it if it wasn't for Miss K. So, shout out to Miss K for
Yeah, big thank you to Miss K.
Networking.
Definitely.
And bringing me on. I mean, I really appreciate it, even though we're so far apart in time and in space. You guys are like extended family. I talk to a lot of you guys in a week more than I talk to a sibling of mine. So
Exactly.
it's real, you know what I mean? Because we have that connection, and that connection that we all generally agree on is games, and we just want to have fun and game. And I've met so many wonderful people on here who've greeted me, you know what I mean, with open arms and allow me to express myself and have my own opinion. I think that's cool, and I think that we need to embrace that. So like I said, man, if it wasn't for Gamers Nation, I wouldn't have met any of you cool guys on here. So I'd like to say thank you for having me on.
Oh, thank you, Bawse. I have to elaborate as well. I have to add more things because I can't believe, because since Miss K isn't here, normally I would have a lot more bigger things to say, but Miss K is the reason why this channel is where it is.
That is true.
And a big, huge, I would say the word, but I don't want to, whatever. Mother effing thank you to you, Miss K. You are brilliant. You are wonderful. You literally are what this gaming community needs. And
Exactly.
you are an inspiration of what people should follow. You are a true supporter to not only just Gamers Nation, but to other gamers as well. You share these videos. You get views to this channel. The fact that you even joined a small channel like that and just took the time out of your day and stuff like that to even be a part of a few episodes, it is a huge honor. Absolute thank you, Miss K. And if she was here, she probably would put in the clap.
Yeah.
yeah, huge thank you to Miss K and to everybody who asked questions to us. Like Super Mario, thank you for asking questions. It means a lot, and just commenting on everything.
It does.
Thank you.
It really does.
Does anybody else have anything they want to say?
Yeah. I want to thank Miss K also because I actually seen like two of you guys, Gamers Nation's videos on her channel. So for me to actually, sit down and watch a podcast, and I remember her making a video talking about Gamers Nation 1, 2, 3, 4. So I was able to watch like 2 podcasts on her channel. So I mean, for her, inviting us over to this channel when I came with Dave's Had Enough, when you invited the 2 of us, I appreciate you guys, asking me back, each week. So I appreciate that between, you, Will, Lynn, Miss K, Trent, and Denny, so and Thuggy. So I appreciate it.
We just have everybody. It's just
I know.
It's a huge thing. It's like literally, it's like, one thing that I really liked about this channel is that I just have to thank everybody, just everybody, because literally for just that motivation, for just the motivation to even do this. I even have to thank a person, Noah. I don't speak to Noah anymore, but but I have to thank him. He's the main reason why I came back to this channel and decided to bring this whole thing up, because I forgot about this channel. And now it's like, look, I have this outlet where I can talk to friends. It's like, it's not what it was 2 years ago. Google Plus exists now, and it has Google Hangouts and stuff. And the fact that you can add friends, and I figured this all out, and just like, stuff. It's just, I have to thank, there's so many people to thank, and I'm really humbled at how big this world is. And even if, I stay the smallest channel in the world to the point where it's like, if all we had was 1 subscriber and that was it, I'm still grateful that I have people that I can speak to every day and just talk and just enjoy and just chat about video games, and I don't feel like I'm the only person in the world, with these thoughts and stuff. Because even though that I can play video games and stuff, yeah. So also, thank you. So I could cry now, but I'm trying not to. But thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. And to everybody. Thuggy, thank you especially to you as well, man, for being one of the first people to comment all the time and even willing to be a part of the channel and just everything. Thank you. And to Denny for being up late at night and putting up with this weird schedule for you and that sacrifice. Thank you.
Exactly.
I want to make a speech too.
Go ahead.
I was waiting.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Denny. Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, I want to thank the fans for their support and the motivation they're giving us, and thank them to subscribe us and share our channels. Channel, not channels. And following.
Too.
Yeah, channels. And following us and share the love we have. And I want to thank Miss K too, because without Miss K, we wouldn't be so far like we are now. If we didn't have Miss K, we were probably not that big. And what Will said was true. Internet does a lot. internet can be dangerous, but if you are careful to who you talk to and know what you're talking about, you can make friends. And sometimes, even if it's far away, these people can be your best friends. I mean, I met Will on the internet. He was on YouTube, and I was just an unknown guy, and I was like, "Wow, Will looks so cool. I want to meet him." And I took that opportunity, and I met Will, and we became friends. And from Will, I met the other guys and the girl. I met Lynn, I met Trent, and it was amazing. Now they feel like I feel like they are like my family. This whole Gamers Nation is a family, and now with the other people like Dirty, Bawse, Games, Dougie, and etc. It feels warm. It's like a big global energy that stick together and make us connect together. It feels good. It's like family. It's bigger than my siblings or family. It's big, and you can tell a lot and talk about much things. We are always there for each other, and that's what Gaming Nation is.
Yay! I kind of want to sing a song that I sung in kindergarten.
Kumbaya, Will. Kumbaya.
No, I gotta do it. The world is like a rainbow.
Oh, Lord.
So can you feel? And when we work together, it's like just like two.
Will, that ain't it, man. That ain't it, Will.
The world is beautiful when we live in harmony. Yeah! Okay, never mind. Y'all hate it. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Whatever. Nobody want to sing along. La 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 la.
Miss K, we miss you.
Miss K, we hope to see you next episode. Cause Destiny is coming out.
Oh yes, we have it a Destiny Day. Be
Destiny
sure
Day.
to link up to our clan people.
Prepare
Same
for
name.
D-Day.
Gamers
I'll
Nation
be the first to get it.
Don't do that. Do not do that. That is not funny. But anyway, well, I guess we'll end the episode here. We got a little emotional at the end.
Oh, that was my fault. My apologies.
No apologies. It was actually really cool that you mentioned it because it was the 100th video that we done for the channel. Perfect occasion. So yes, thank you guys for watching again. This is Gamers Nation. All of us are a part of this nation. It's not just us on the show. It's you guys too. So keep the questions coming. Subscribe, like us, whatever. Keep doing what you guys do, and literally, whether you like us or not, we still are gonna be here doing what we do. So
You
bye.
guys make our episodes.
You guys make the episodes. Bye.
Bye.
Everybody go on eBay and get a Atari Jaguar.